Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in the half shell.
The Ninja Turtles have been part of my life since the very early days of my childhood. From the games, the toys, movies, hell, some of my earliest memories had the Ninja Turtles in there somewhere. With all this into account, you probably aren't shocked that this made it onto my list. However, I try my best to be unbiased with video games, so there's more to this than simple nostalgia. TMNT Shredder's Revenge is not just a fantastic video game, but a celebration and a love letter to the franchise and its history. Shredder's Revenge harkens back to the 80s and 90s era beat-em-ups. The gameplay is simple enough for anyone to jump into, but those who invest the time and effort will stand out from the rest. Particularly in co-op, where skilled players earn the most kills and reap the most rewards. 7 characters to pick from and 6-player co-op means things can devolve into chaos quickly. As I mentioned in my Streets of Rage 4 video, there's plenty of crossover with beat-em-ups and fighting games. Shredder's Revenge implements super abilities that can be used to clear out waves of enemies quickly, but can also be used to flesh out your combo score. Supers alone iterate the combat further than its predecessors like Turtles in Time, which was considered the peak of TMNT beat-em-ups. Story mode is where the meat of the game is, featuring an overworld map reminiscent of the original TMNT for the NES. I spent most of my time in story mode due to the RPG-like elements such as a level up system and exclusive super abilities. There are also a bunch of collectibles and quests featuring characters from the 90s era cartoon series. Outside of the story, there's an arcade mode for those who want the classic TMNT beat-em-up experience. I find that arcade mode sees the most activity in online co-op, which makes sense as it's the easiest to hop in and out of. Shredder's Revenge isn't just the continuation of the classic TMNT beat-em-up series, but a celebration of the TMNT franchise overall. If you're old like me, you probably sang along to the intro at the start of this video, and I don't blame you. The TMNT theme song sits right there with the Power Rangers in my memory. The team at Tribute Games is no stranger to high-quality pixel art when looking at their history, Scott Pilgrim being a great example of this. They flex their muscles yet again in Shredder's Revenge with vivid colors that pop and silky smooth animations. Then there's the music, composed by T. Lopes, which pays homage to the original games and the live-action films of the 90s. Mall Meltdown and Panic in the Sky are some of my favorite tracks. And they top it all off with a credits track in the same style as the high-energy dance tunes from the live-action movies. Shredder's Revenge is an amazing action beat-em-up and a fantastic homage to the legacy of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. From the satisfying combat, the colorful art style, and the catchy tunes, Shredder's Revenge will continue to be a game that I go back to, whether solo or with friends, for years to come. Tribute Games reached far into the lore so much that they included villains that I forgot existed in the series. I honestly had to look up who the hell Tempestra was. I'm happy to see beat-em-ups as a genre still exist, even if they become more niche in the overall industry. Having a large variety of genres that I enjoy still hasn't removed my love for the simplicity that beat-em-ups bring and the satisfaction of seeing my skill improve in real time. Hence why Shredder's Revenge is part of my favorite games of 2022.
Read all about how Shredder and Crank rap things without a doubt. So here's a little story I like to tell about 4 youngsters coming out of their shells. You might be wondering what this world's come to. Talking turtles all bursting kung fu.